Yeah, we said we should be good. We were good. Just check it out.
Check
Check it.
Give me one of these.
Yeah.
We good?
Good.
We good? All right, shalom.
Shalom.
All right. This the brothers, I got the brothers from Houston, GMS New Orleans. We coming, just breaking bread, coming back with another lesson through the spirit. But prior to getting started, as we always do, I'd like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Give honors to the elders and apostles of Green Millstone, and salutations to the items that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video will be edifying to the first and foremost to the whole elect, then to those that cleave to the body. And we was breaking bread just through the spirit about understanding and remembering the objective. All right. And again, the objective is always predicated on what? The anastrophe, which is in the heavens. All right. That basically what gets us into the kingdom of heaven. All right. It's a larger picture in the grand scheme of things. All right. Sometimes the objective get lost. All right. But it's our job through wisdom to always know what the objective is and always what? Stand by it, man. All right. And we stand by it and stay girded with wisdom. All right. On the way we handle matters. All right. And speak about that in Proverbs 16, that he that handleth a matter wisely find it good. All right. So all the times and every day we're steady faced with obstacles. All right. Obstacles that are basically what prevents the objective. And that's what the Lord have. Basically, the Lord have set what? Roadblocks in the way, man. All right, so you can learn how to maneuver. All right, in the scriptures say be discreet with every point. Basically, you gotta what? Know how to maneuver discreetly. Because there's one who can maneuver, but is it a good maneuver? You see? He may be doing it to his own detriment. All right, he don't know because he's not walking in the ways of Yahweh Shem Shah, man. All right. So we stick to the law and wisdom that we may depart, okay, from the things that hinder us from our objective, man. Ultimately, you see. But give me that to start us off out.
This is Salaki. This is Sirach 18 and 27. It says, a wise man will fear in everything, and in the day of sinning he will beware of offense.
Read that again.
Sirach 18 and 27. A wise man will fear
who?
A wise man.
Okay, so he put emphasis on wise. Pay attention. Go ahead.
Will fear in everything, and in the day of sinning, he will beware of offense.
Right, because sinning is going astray from the objective, ultimately, man. So if you fear, you're going to be stuck with wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Well, wait a minute. All right, it's something I need to know about the decision I'm about to make next, man. All right. Our decisions is crucial and pivotal to the way we walk in the truth, man. Go ahead.
That's prudence.
Prudence.
Forethought. You thinking about insight. What you about to get yourself, into? What people you about to be around? You even say a wise man consider how long to be around an unwise. But all these things come into place.
That's right. Go ahead.
If I can add, I got a quick precept. I'm gonna read it again. It says, Sirach 18 and 27. A wise man will fear in everything, and in the day of sinning he will beware of offense. But a fool will not observe time.
Like you just said, see, not gonna observe the time. The simple pass on and punish, because they don't even know an objective. All right, they don't even have a foundation set. They don't have a goal, a reality. All right, they have a dream. A fool have a dream. A wise man have a reality. All right, go ahead, bro.
A quick precept.
I'm
got
to you.
got it, bro.
You got it.
Proverbs 1 and 7. It says, the fear of the Lord, Yahweh, is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Back into the precept of Brother just brought out, it says, a wise man will fear in everything, and in the day of sinning he will beware of offense, but a fool will not observe time. Right? So this going into the brothers was going into the fear of the Lord. You know what I mean? And it's a wise man will fear in everything. Just being discreet in the details. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I got one.
This is Sirach 1 and 21. The fear of the Lord driveth away sins, and where it is present, it turneth away wrath. So it said the fear of the Lord drives away sin. So us being this truth, you ain't just gonna be out here just doing any and everything that you see everybody doing. Because you gonna be thinking, okay, man, look, if I do this, then what's gonna happen? Okay, if I take this route, what's gonna happen? If I hang around these people, what's gonna happen? Now you already planning things out. You see, so because we gotta walk a particular way. And it says, the fear of the Lord drives away sins, and where this person is turned away wrath. Because that fear, we don't fear the Lord for nothing. We know what the Lord can do. We know how he get down. We got these scriptures as a reference to how the Lord acts and how he can judge you. So we got fear. That's why we out here teaching through the fear of the Lord this way, man. But it says where it is present, it turned away wrath. Because you got that fear of the Lord, you're gonna be obedient unto him. That's what the Lord wants you to do. He wants you to be obedient. Right? We don't want no part of the wrath. So that's why we carefully, walk our path with wisdom. Afterwards, God.
That's right, man. And that's the way, of course, again, to reiterate the matter, this is the grand scheme of things. All right, it's the large picture.
Right.
All right, there's a larger picture out here. And Jake just got to understand that. And guess what? The men of the Lord who attain to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, they understand that. All right, that's why, Jake, listen, we all have angles to where, all right, we approach something with an angle, but it's angles of disadvantages. You can use your angle and be at a disadvantage to what you're using your angle for. Case in point, like we was talking about with the police stopping you, pulling you over. All right. Now Jake may have a throw his right out there. Hey, I got a right. You ain't stopping me. All right. That's his angle he got. But then you got to understand too that he's not the one that's been on trial. Like he's not the one. He got the power to kill you.
Right.
He got the power to give you a ticket.
Right.
Like, so the things that you at a disadvantage with, he's not.
Right.
So he's looking for you to have an attitude.
Yeah, right.
Or, whatever. Like sometimes your angle work against you, man.
Give him a reason.
Right, you give him a reason. But if you remember the objective, you'll just be, you'll be casual. All right, you'll give them soft answers.
Hey, how you doing? Good morning, officer.
Yeah, how you doing? You having a good day?
Sorry, man. I didn't know.
I apologize. Hey, I done told him before that, hey, look, I apologize for the inconvenience. He said, man, you didn't even do nothing. Yeah. He like, what, I'm like, well, if I did, hey, before that, and if this, end up having a good day, sir. You know what I'm saying? If I offended in anything, I apologize for the inconvenience, stopping you. Oh, I'm just doing my job.
Right.
So again, so there's an importance, there's a disadvantages to angles, and then there's advantages to angles that you take, which we take the advantage of wisdom in our approach, whatever we're approaching concerning the overall grand scheme of things. Go ahead.
Cool. Yeah, real quick. That's about
make a point. Yeah,
in Second Peter says, seeing all these things, what manner of person ought ye to be? So seeing a lot of shit going on in the world, destruction coming, but still, how we gotta be, in other words, living our lives, what our conduct is like,
Yeah.
But this Job 5, you say 8.
Yeah.
Job 5 and 8, it says, I will seek unto the Most High. Unto the Most High would I commit my cause.
Right. So if you seek unto the Most High, then to the Most High you're gonna commit your cause, and that's in anything you are basically approaching. All right. Whatever your approach is, if you seek unto the Most High, you allow Him to commit the cause. You'll trust that, okay, the Lord gonna walk me through it, but I still gotta utilize wisdom and knowledge, like I always talk about. You could go and stop the police and say, Lord, be with me, and then just sit there and meditate with your eyes closed. That ain't gonna work. Then he gonna say, what's wrong with you? Hey, open your eyes, talk to me. If you just sitting there meditating, he ain't gonna give you a ticket or whatever, bro. You see? So you gotta commit the cause to the Lord, like, all right, Lord, look, I'm in a situation. You send up a quick prayer, and then you trust in what the Lord give you through the Spirit to tell him, man.
Even to that point, now you made this point. Even that our objective can keep us out of situations. You said one time, if somebody get pulled over, you could pray and all that, but the Lord gave us wisdom to not even get in that situation.
Yeah, you're right.
That's from the beginning.
That's right.
You feel me? So we walking like the brother just brought up the fear of the Lord. We doing what thus saith the Lord. Certain situations we wouldn't even get into. We wouldn't have to.
Lord, please say, man,
You ain't in it.
you ain't in it.
That's
how you listen. The best way to get out of a situation is to not get in it.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. Like, that's the best way to get it. Hey, we got the sand down here. All right. The best thing you could do for a nigga is absolutely nothing. You see? You know, don't speak to them. Don't mishandle them. The best thing you could do for a nigga is nothing, man. So the same thing with the objective of the Lord. The best thing you could do for the objective is attain to it. This is the word objective in the online etymology. It says the goal intended to be attained and which is believed to be attainable. All right, so we have our faith and hope on that which we got to obtain, but we believe that is obtainable. First and foremost, you got to know what the objective is. An objective is belonging to immediate experience of actual things or events. So the immediate things is what you in, or which we're going to approach. All right, we know it's going to be events that we're going to encounter from this day forward concerning what? Our faith and how we move towards the objective, man. All right, what we reaching forward to.
Goals, tasks.
It's goals. It says that, man. All right, an aim, a target, an object. You know that's what it means. You know, ultimately, man. All right, but y'all brother got something. Go ahead. You finish in that Job 5 and 8.
Come on.
Yeah, come on. Go ahead.
This 1 Corinthians 9 and 24. It says, "Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that ye may obtain." Because when they run in the race, on their mind is the goal to finish. They're like, man, I'm trying to get this medal, you know, this and that. Man, I'm trying to be great, right? And for us in this truth, we trying to, you know, gain that salvation, gain that crown from Yahushua, right? Gain eternal life. This is the prize that's on our minds while we're running this race, which is a metaphor for being in this truth, basically. Studying, doing what we got to do, staying prayed up, right? Having faith through all the tribulations that we go through. That's part of our race. But the goal in our mind is what, you know, going. But it says, "And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible." Like, even in the world, you got athletes, like they don't do certain things. They live disciplined lives to be great. Right. They not finna be hanging with niggas that's, you know, they ain't doing nothing for themselves, just always getting into trouble, you know, gang banging. Nah, they separate themselves from that, and they live strict lifestyles. And that's how we gotta be in this truth as well. We don't hang around niggas like that, man. You see, we gotta be in this world amongst them, right? You know, you gotta talk to them, this and that, but not being buddy, nah, come, you know, nah, fuck all that. Right. We separate from you. Mm-hmm. This is what we gotta do to, you know, to achieve the you know, the goal, because these people in this world can get in the way, but you gotta stay focused on the goal at hand, on what we trying to achieve. It said,
so you know, Yahushua in his prayer in John 17 said, "I pray that you don't take them out the world, right, but that you keep them from the evil." That's it. So they're gonna be amongst wickedness, but allow them to continue on this path, though. Yeah. You know,
right? It says, "I therefore shall run, not as uncertainly," because we know while we here, we ain't uncertain. Like we know the goal, we know what we want. Like it ain't just we just here, you know, we just like, you know, reading and teaching, you know. Nah, we fighting for something. And it says, "So fight I, not as one that beateth the air," right? It said, "But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection," right? That's what we was going to yesterday, keeping that flesh, right? It said, "But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway." So we gotta control our flesh and bring it into subjection to the will of the Lord, you know, in all situations and all things, whatever you may be dealing with. You see, we gotta be subjected to the word. We can't let the flesh take over. You know, you might, like the brothers going into getting pulled over by the officer or whatever. You want to lash out and get angry. You can't do that. You can't do that. Flesh want to do that, but hey, what the spirit telling you to do?
If I may add to your point, going into that point, the police officer, if you've done it in wisdom, like we brought it the first time, you would know the Most High presented this situation before you. It's a minor roadblock in the test. Right? Yeah, it's like in a test. And you know, just knowing they got the position of authority, you know, and just we gotta just deal, bro. Right. You know, if you walking according to wisdom, you know the Most High, He can only do so much. Yeah, you know, just use wisdom and just agree with thine adversary.
Right, He gonna put it in front of you. Like, let me see how you gonna handle it.
Yeah,
right.
You want to see it, and until you perfect it, He gonna keep throwing it in front of you. Like, no, again.
That's right.
He's gonna keep up.
If it's a larger picture, then obviously what leads up to the larger picture are the smaller things in the picture.
Right.
That's why I say he that contented with small things fall by little and little. So if you're in this matter, this situation, and the situation keep getting you, all right, and eventually you're gonna fall away. All right. That's why you're supposed to be again winning small little battles and situations, right? If you because like you say, Deontay Wilder, even though he took that beating, if he could have got that W, he would have remembered the W like, man, I took a beating, but got the W. You know what I'm saying? So even if it's a fight to right, because we're in a fight, but if we getting hit up in a fight, it's a battle we need to win, though. If we don't conquer the battle, the fight was for nothing. That's why he said we don't run for nothing.
Right.
So same thing with the objective. If we lose the fight, or we losing the fight, but you get the one lucky punch and knock them out, you won the battle. All right. So that's how you gotta like I said, be not ignorant in a small or great matter, man. All right. So the large picture is made up of the smaller things, man. You got to be able to handle the smaller things to get to the large thing, man. All right, then that's how the Lord, put before us, man. But go, what you got, bro?
There's Sirach 18 and 15. 14 and 15.
15 and 14.
Sirach 15 and 14, it says, he himself made man from the beginning and left him in the hand of his counsel.
Right, so the Lord have left us in the hand of his counsel, right? Mm-hmm. So he pay attention. Again, the Lord look, I left you in the hand of my counsel. So if you understand you in my counsel, you're going to counsel with what I told you to do. Go ahead,
It says, if thou wilt to keep the commandments and to perform acceptable faithfulness.
Right, so that's how you perform acceptable faithfulness, by keeping the commandments. When you're in situations, if you keep the words in the book, you're not going to air off. It's impossible for you to do that, right? It's impossible for you to get home back or whatever it is if you handle it in a godly manner, man. All right, that's plain. You see? So that's how you perform acceptable faithfulness towards the objective. There's a way to perform the faithfulness towards it, man. It ain't just saying, I got faith for the Lord. No, you're going to have to perform it. And it's going to have to be accepted of the Lord. So if something accepted of the Lord, there's a what? Right in the wrong way. There are sacrifices that's what? Not pleasing to the Lord.
Right.
And then the sacrifices that's well pleasing. You got
like what said, if you strive, he that strive for the master, you must strive lawfully.
Lawfully.
Right.
Yeah. Because if you ain't striving unlawfully, what are you doing? Right? Same thing, concerning the objective. But go ahead.
We'll continue on that.
No. Yeah. No, you go.
I got a quick one. Isaiah 30:36. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. So what we learning, what we reading, the path of the Lord, how to apply ourselves in this world, what to do, what not to do. It says will be the stability of our time. We want to stability is ultimately to keep you stable, but the root word is faith. We have to truly believe that these things we're applying will pay off to get us to that end goal, to allow us to, like Apostle Peter said, give diligence to make that calling and election show.
That's right.
You see, we applying these things, we truly living it to get to the end goal, man. Like the brother said, we ain't just doing this for no reason. We don't know why. You hear me? It's a hobby. No, this is a real life job. But it says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that times. This true goal give us that insight on what we're talking about with King David. Now, King David, in the face of the Philistines, they could have killed him.
Yeah.
Easily. But he had retarded and shit. Why? Because he had an end goal. Peter, who is, but Peter, it was an objective the Lord had. He had to be the rock of the church, man. He had to go to Cornelius. He had, there's things the apostle had to do. So if he would have said, hey, yeah, I'm with the Lord, right hand, they would have took him.
Yeah.
You see? So look, and another thing too, like ISUPK, like I said, oh y'all, we ISUPK, no cowards, because we, don't want to have that tough image or, so on and so forth. No, we applying wisdom.
Yeah.
It's been minutes. Yahushua escaped a lot. You would have caused Yahushua scary.
Yeah.
Yahushua ran from the scene a lot. What you mean?
Yeah.
Apostle Paul got let out in the basket. What you talking about? That's wisdom.
Yeah.
If they would have just went in the face, down here, what's the point?
Yeah.
But even in these times, we about to get into that time. We have to go through heavy persecution. Again, we gonna have to do some of them acting retarded and
Yeah, we're gonna do
situations. They were like,
Yeah.
man, you was in GMS Houston now, but now they got the video. Oh, look, you right here. You right here. Come on, man. You know.
Was Joshua and Caleb cowards when the Holy Rod let them down out the when they spied?
Right.
Was they cowardly?
Right.
We know Joshua wasn't cowardly, But again, they had to escape. Did she hit him too, right?
There was 2 spies.
Yeah, it was 2 spies, man. All right, so she hit him too when they came looking for him. She hit him. So was they cowardly? Again, I did a video, and you got on it, the live stream. We not tough guys, we wise men. All right, we're not going into a situation being tough, because remember, they got always somebody who tougher than you.
Right.
So when you tough, what happens to when you meet your match with a guy who tough, and now you can't out tough him?
Right.
You still tough.
Right.
You see? So we don't look at to be tough, man. All right? We look at to make sure, all right, if we do fall to be ignorant in situations, we pray also to God, our power, know that, look, I'm a wink at that. Because even though this their objective, I got to wink at it, all right? Because I got to understand that I got to give them room to be able to handle it, man. All right? You got to handle matters with the Lord. The Lord won't see you handling business, man. Concerning what's concerning what he have put forth for you, man. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gave you an objective if I ain't feel like you had the tools. I'm gonna give you an objective, but I'm not gonna give you the tools to obtain it. I want you to work on the car, all right? But I ain't give you no tools. You see, like now we got tools to handle ourselves again and matters, man. We gotta know that. You see, go ahead.
I just real quick. Let me finish it. Isaiah 33:6. The latter end says, and the strength, talking about wisdom and knowledge, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So, the knowledge is the anchor to that objective. But real quick, when you said the Lord, he ain't gonna give us this without tools with it, right?
Yeah.
This, real quick, Matthew 25:14. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country who called his own servants.
Yeah.
Right? This Yahushua who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. He gave us what we needed to get through this time. We got Ephesians 6 describe what we got, the whole armor. That's a spirit. We got the whole everything that we need to apply. We got it. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it says, and unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, to another 1, to every man according to his several abilities, and straightway took his journey. But the point is, each brother, you got exactly what you need for your walk. Brothers got different portions, different lots, different hells, but it's exactly what we need to get through our own story at the end of the day, man.
Right, bro.
Yep.
I got something, y'all. But I won't break it down. Y'all hold it something.
I had to finish it, but you got it, bro.
Oh, yeah, come on. You get straight to the call. That that.
It's Ephesians 6
Yep.
and 10, because brother speaking about not being a tough guy, and it's true, because we ain't the ones that's tough. The Lord is the one that's tough.
Yeah.
Because we try to be tough and do this and that and being carnal, we're gonna get put to death, because they said the carnal mind is enmity with the Lord. The Lord ain't looking for that. He ain't looking for no tough guy, going everywhere, beating up Edomites or getting into it with Jake. As soon as the Jay say something to you, you want to slap him in his face. Nah, we ain't on that.
That's not the plan.
Because you can be blamed. It says doing things so that the ministry cannot be blamed.
Right.
You don't want to be that type of dude.
You lost sight of the objective.
Right?
Yeah, that's the point.
That little minute thing, salvation, the kingdom throne, that just,
That's the point.
you know what I mean? And that in the flesh to do that, but
be in the
gotta
spirit
bring
world.
back in.
You could be in the spirit world because you lost your composure. Just in a situation. The policeman. What if his wife he just caught his wife in the bed,
Take it out.
and you know the way they killing so-called niggas, and you know what I'm saying? You tell me you pulling me over for truly he just up that thing. Now you're in the spirit world, and the Lord got it. What the?
Yeah, I was
You had
wisdom.
wisdom. Bro, you had wisdom. What's you doing? See, now it becomes, like you say, bro, if you play every situation like it's life and death,
Yeah.
you gonna keep living.
Yeah.
If you address it as that, even though we know all right, this is a small thing. It calls for life or death. But I'm gonna play it as if it's life or death, and you're gonna take it seriously and handle it the right way. Go ahead, bro.
Come. But this is that Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. So this is what we gotta be tough in right here. In the spirit. Right? It says, put on the whole armor of the Most High that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. So you gotta put on his armor, which is the scriptures, which is this wisdom, this knowledge, and understanding, so we can stand against the trickeries of the devil. And he gonna come to you, you know, through all these certain situations, wanting you to get carnal, wanting you to try to be that tough guy, wanting you to lose the sight of the objective, right, just to please the flesh. You see, but if you ain't got the armor on, you're gonna be taken by that shit. Right? You ain't even gonna know it's a trick. You ain't even gonna know, like, man, look, this Satan, you know. You ain't gonna know, cause we're brothers in the truth. You know what I mean? Look, man, they just Satan fucking with me, bro. It's all good. But if you ain't got the armor on, you ain't been studying, you ain't in the spirit. You go, this nigga think I'm weak or something, man.
Right.
You know, I'm about to show him.
Yeah,
That's like, so you got it right.
No, just real quick. The weapons of warfare are not corner. You done lost sight of it. You done lost sight. You looking at it in the corner. You got it.
I remember when Yahushua got grabbed up, Peter took out the sword, cutting off his ear. Yahushua said, Peter, no. In other words, that's not the objective for you. Look, I gotta go through this. You don't think I could just get my father to send some angels?
I don't need you to do that.
Peter's not written this way. That's not the end goal. You feel me? Come on, you know?
It's verse 12. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So it says we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Like we can't just run and, you know, and tackle a demon or do any of that. It's not like a carnal fight. It's not. This is something on a greater level. All of these things are in the spirit. So that's why you gotta make sure your spirit is intact.
Yeah, brother. You gotta avoid being ashamed, right? Because you can make a decision, okay, and it's truth that it makes you ashamed. Like you like, man, you know, the brother like, why the brother want using wisdom? Like, what, you know, why you ain't applying a thing that's supposed to come naturally, right? Because you say you're a man of the Lord, wisdom's supposed to come to you naturally. Like it shouldn't be no matters you handling that ain't according to wisdom, right? Just period, man. All right? It's an adjustment period. It's all the men of the Lord should constantly be adjusting, all right? Adjusting in a way that they do things concerning the world. As far as righteousness, you stand the same in righteousness. Righteousness don't change, so what you changing for? Just keep handling things the right way, all right? But again, adjusting it, because you doing everything the right. If righteousness is the same, you hitting different obstacles. So the only thing changing is the obstacles. So all right, I gotta apply this type of wisdom right here. I gotta apply this type of wisdom right here. I gotta apply. That's all you're doing. But it's still the same wisdom. It's just coming around to where you handling business. But go ahead, brother.
Paul said, you know, to be all things to all men.
To all men. You know, yep, handling business. Go ahead.
Psalms 31:2. It says, bow down thine ear to me and deliver me speedily. Be thou my strong rock for a house of defense to save me.
Right. So David was saying, look, you the house of defense to save me, right? Because remember, I could walk into a situation, all right, but if I have my mind stayed upon you, I'm at vulnerability, man. Listen, a man of the Lord, you need to be at least vulnerable as you can, man. And that's by avoiding shit. When you add on a whole lot of taking on a whole lot of different type of energy, all right, your temperature gonna rise. Because now it's something else you're dealing with. You're already dealing with the world. You're already dealing with carrying this burden of this truth. All right, you're already dealing with family members. You're already dealing with the job. You already got a whole lot of things. Every other thing or situation you add to is going to complicate matters. It's just stacking up now, you know? Go ahead.
It says, verse 3, for thou art my rock and my fortress.
Yep.
Therefore, for thy name's sake, lead me and guide me. Pull me out of the net that they have laid privily for me.
It says what? Lead me and guide me, right? Go ahead.
It says, lead me and guide me for thy name's sake. Pull me out of the net that they have laid privily for me, for thou art my strength.
Right, so there's a net and traps, man. All right? Again, to throw you off the objective. Go ahead.
It says,
Just the point.
verse 5, Into thine hand I commit my spirit.
Read that again.
Into thine hand I commit my spirit.
Right, the hand represents the power. So I'm putting all my power, all right, into his hand. My spirit. I'm committing myself to. I'm committing my entire spirit to your hand, saying that you're gonna hold me in your hand, all right? If I just choose, again, to trust in the Lord. But go ahead.
Yep. It says, into thine hand I commit my spirit. Thou hast redeemed me, O Yahweh, power of truth.
Right, so he kept you. Right, if the Lord got you in his hand, ain't nothing gonna be plucked out. All right, but again, you gotta weigh your thoughts and the way you approach your matters. Give me that. It's a rock where it says, as the fire burning, so is the matter in a man. Like if his wrath kindle or whatever, it's something like that. I'm just paraphrasing it. As the fire is in Sirach though. All right, again. So David said, into thy hand I commit my spirit. All right, and that's how you stay within the upright parts of the objective. Go ahead.
Sirach 28:10, it says, as the matter of the fire is, so it burneth.
Right. So as the matter of fire is, so it burns. So it's you can liken that, all right. Hindrance from objectives is gonna be fires. All right. So if you go into that fire, it's burning.
Right.
All right. Go ahead.
It says, and as a man's strength is, so is his wrath.
Right. So you can be strong, all right, but you can cause wrath. You can cause wrath to happen to you, man. Like, all right, man, like I'm standing firm in my belief. But in your belief, wrath might come from that, man. You might even get wrathful with a man who got power to kill. Now, you don't got a gun on you, but he do, the police officer. So if he getting this wrath or you showing them strength, I'm about to show him I'm a tough guy. Hey, well, you won't be wrathful. I got the right to pull this thing off my hip and tear your ass up. Even if it's right or wrong, it don't matter. Go ahead.
It says, in according to his riches, his anger rises,
Yeah.
and the stronger they are which contend, the more they will be inflamed.
Right. So the more you contending, all right, against again, those things that hinder you from getting the crown, all right, the more you contend, the more you put yourself in jeopardy of not getting it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes anti-contention, anti-strife, so again, a soft answer, turn away wrath. You gotta handle matters, man. Your ass coming.
Oh, you want to keep going, huh?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
It says, in hasty contention, kindleth a fire, and in hasty fighting, shedding blood. If thou blow the spark, it shall burn.
It shall what?
It said, if thou blow the spark, it shall burn.
Yeah.
If thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched.
Yeah.
And both these come out of thy mouth.
Right. So you can spark it. You can what?
Man.
You could keep it. You could keep it inflaming it, man.
Or you
You
can
know?
decrease it.
Or you could decrease it.
Yep.
Right? That's why it's putting it there. That's the whole point of the matter of this objective. It's a grand scheme of things.
Yep.
It's situations that you got to get into that you got to really diminish it. Keep diminishing it down, man. All right? Sometimes a fire can't be put out. It might be too big. So what you got to do, you got to break it down in layers. Then in some fires, you just pour water on it, and that's it. It go right out. All right? So we it matters. Well, again, life and death matters, okay? You might not die if you made this decision, but it might lead up to your death. All right? It might add to the things that can kill you. So, again, man, as the fire burning in a matter of things, like you got to know how to control that fucking fire, man. There's a spark to things, But go ahead out. Whatever everybody got.
And you got
Just a quick one, just to line up with that example we use as far as the police, people position of high authority. Brothers liken it to certain situations, but this is a quick one. Ecclesiastes 10:4, going into decreasing and increasing the fire, dealing with our mouth. It's Ecclesiastes 10:4. If the spirit of the ruler rise up against thee, leave not thy place, for yielding pacify great offenses. Right, just and Yahweh shall always show restraint when it came to dealing with certain things and just self-control. That's the thing I was meditating. Yahweh shall, he didn't explode. You know what I mean? He was just cool, calm, and collected, bro. And that's hard to do. That shit's not easy, but we have the necessary tools, like the brother been going into, to exercise and get better at that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You got it.
It's that Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So it said death and life are in the power of the tongue. Just from what you saying. It's like, so if you can learn how to control your mouth and the things that you telling people, I mean, that can get you out of a lot of situations. I mean, Drake, you gotta have a mouthpiece. Learn how to supplant out of certain situations. You see? Like, just because somebody coming at you with wrath and this and that, oh, this my nigga. And you don't gotta meet them with that, because that's what they expect you to do. You, like, just say you offended somebody, you're like, hey man, look, my bad, I ain't know it was gonna offend you like that. I ain't know it was gonna I ain't know you was gonna take it like that, but I ain't, my bad. They might be like, they might look at you strange, like they was expecting you to get riled up.
Right.
They like, okay. Now the situation dead. Quench.
Yeah.
You see? And they go for all things,
That's right, man.
But is that something else?
Yeah, I got some. We about to start winding it down. This is a rock. 18 and the point is in 19, but I wanted to read. It says, "Learn before thou speak, and use fit." Let me get this word for physic, for sick, or ever thou be sick. Hold on, let me get it. Let me get this word right here. For sick.
You sound right, 18.
Yeah, 19. The point is, learn before thou speak. So when you go into matters, physic, and use physic, or ever thou be sick, man. All right, get that word. Look it up. That's Sirach 18 and 19.
Medicine, especially a carpet.
From a physician.
From a physician, that's short for physician, but it says learn before thou see, or hey, you can bring sickness, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know the health of the things you're saying, your wealth, or whatever you're doing. So if there's an objective, it's health, it's life, and it's objective. All right, you can make yourself sick, all right, by what? Approaching it carelessly, all right, without care, without preparation, without the right way. All right, you can make yourself sick, man. All right, and make yourself sick is the fall short of the objective, man. Because one who's sick, he get disease and he died. Ultimately, man. All right, so you can what? You can pull yourself out of this thing. You know what I'm saying?
No.
All right, come on. This one I wanted to get.
You grab it for you?
I got that Psalm 37.
Yeah. Bring that
Psalm
up.
37 and 5, it says, commit thy way. Yeah, commit thy
That's
way
it.
unto Yahweh.
Yep.
Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass.
Yeah, commit thy way, and the Lord gonna bring it to pass. What are you gonna bring to pass? All your endeavors, man. All right, all your shortcomings, wherever. And sometimes the Lord will put you in a situation where He probably know, like, okay, I want to uphold him in this situation, me, so he can see my power. Like, no, you could have did. What if you done some shit, everything right in the situation, but you still get bad energy from it? So not a lot. Like, okay, read what's between it. Like, read the objective. Or it's something I'm trying to show you here. Because if I handled it according to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, why am I still getting flagged back or whatever? Like, now is a greater thing for you to see. So the Lord trying to show you something that, all right, that's part of the objective too. All right? The Lord show you things and situations, put you in to show it to you, man. You see? But that's probably it.
You got to quit.
This last one, go ahead.
You got it, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Proverbs 3 and 5.
Yep.
Trust in the Lord Yahweh Bashmal Shah with all thine heart.
Yep.
Like you're saying, you may handle it according to the wisdom, and it still just, the Lord wants you to show His power.
That's right. Yeah.
And Jacob's trouble, that's all we're gonna have to trust on, just Him.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't gonna be nothing we can do to, wisdom, of course, to guide and navigate us, but it's all Yahweh Bashmal Shah. Gotta trust in Him. It says,
Facts.
with all thine heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge Him, He shall direct thy path.
Right. Good. That's perfect. Give me 2 Esdras 8 and 6, and we could down it right there, man. All right.
2 Ezra 8 and 6, it says, "O Yahweh, if thou suffer not thy servant," just like it says, "O Yahweh, if thou suffer not thy servant, that we may pray before thee, and thou give us seed unto our heart."
No, you passed up something. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Can I start from the top?
No, you go. Go
2
ahead.
Ezra 8 and 6, it
Just
says,
about to get to it.
"O Yahweh, if thou suffer not thy servant, that we may pray before thee, and thou give us seed unto our heart, and culture to our understanding."
Now, when you culture someone understanding, you fix it up to where he can what? He'll be seasoned in the decisions he making, man. All right? You culture something, you bring about you bring about a way to it that's unique in a way. You know, it's you cultivate it. It's a uniqueness to it. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord giving us culture to our understanding. Read that again.
Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord Yahweh with all thine heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths.
Yeah, he gonna make the decisions for you. It just said, "Commit thy way, I'm gonna make it come to pass." And in Psalms 37 and 5. But he do it with us, all right? If the Lord making it come to pass for us in these little small situations, man, he have cultured our understanding that we could get past it. That's how he's making it come to pass. I'm gonna coach it, all right? Fix it up, y'all understand it thoroughly, and handle the matter, man. In that order. You got it?
Now, even when you consider a culture, you know, niggas say they live by the street code. It's a code.
Yeah.
That's what they live by.
They live by.
A culture, like the black culture. You bitches gotta twerk. You know what I mean? You gotta get a black, you gotta roll freak it. That's black culture. They live by that. Well, look, this is our culture. The Lord brought us back, so we gotta live. This is what we living by now. This is the code, in other words, the G code, the God code. You know what I mean? It's the G code, man. This is what we live by. So look, to finish it off, it says, "And culture to our understanding." Right? It says that there may come fruit of it, seeing the good works of what it produced. Because when you go think about a plant, you gotta cultivate it. If not, you have roots growing around it. You see weeds, not roots, weeds growing around it. You feel me? But look, you cut it up, you know, get it right, it could bring forth more fruit. And it says that there may come fruit of it, and how shall each man live that is corrupt who bear up the place of man? And the point is, you ain't gonna get by if you're not applying what's supposed to be applied.
Well, he also say, "Every branch that bear not of me, he clip of what it bring forth fruit. He purged it that it may bring forth roughly."
I get it for you real quick. You got it. Just
That's survived by the word. That's like the brother was saying. That's sticking to what the Lord gave us. You know.
That's how you survive. That's how you survive the grand scheme. Listen, the grand scheme of things, to get to the objective, you gotta survive.
Yeah.
Sometimes, listen, we all know survival is tactics. All right, everything, because again, the thing you facing might not be what you faced yesterday. So in order to survive, you gotta know how to adjust. You gotta, like you said, you gotta culture yourself, man. You gotta be able to be seasoned. You gotta, and what do seasons do? We know change. Pay attention to that, man. So you gotta be changing in your approach to things, man. But still sticking to the same righteousness, because the word ain't changing. It's just the way we use the word, or the way we use it and what we do. It fluctuates up and down, man.
The scriptures mention manifold wisdom.
Manifold wisdom. Yeah.
You can have one precept, but that can be used in so many different situations, bro. You got a precept that could be used, but it might not be applied to your life. You know, there's so many different, different ways it can go, man. But at the end of the day, the Lord do got everything covered. Everything is covered. Ain't no even simple thing. What happens if somebody rapes somebody? It's alone that everything is covered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every situation we get into, it's an answer for it.
Yeah, so you shouldn't approach that situation like, "Lord, what should I do?"
Right.
What are you talking about? Do not the scriptures got all the answers?
Yep.
You shouldn't be getting in situations till you going into the situation, "Lord, what should I do?" You gotta bro, you gotta really ask yourself about that. You know, it's something to do in it.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't even say that. Like, you should be like, "I'm gonna find what it is to do," rather than say, "What should I be doing?" You feel me? Go ahead, bro.
They be wanting the Lord come to them dream.
Yeah.
Do they go through that?
No, man.
No, bro, no. The tools is already. That's why we got the spirit.
Yeah.
We got with the spirit better to discern between all things. We ain't no slow retarded individual.
Yeah.
Hey, what
We're Kakodash.
they call the Bible? Basic instructions before leaving Earth, right?
Instructions.
Now check this out, because this broke down that definition of Ezra. The second Ezra 7, and I'm gonna start at 20, point at 21. It says, "For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of the Most High that is set before them."
Yeah.
They don't apply it, but it says, "For the Most High have given straight commandment." It's straight to the point. There ain't no gray areas.
Yeah.
"For the Most High have given straight commandment," check this out, "to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment."
There you go.
Basic instruction before leaving Earth.
Fire. Yeah, it's fire, bro. Like the Lord says, the spirit in man, with the inspiration of the Almighty giving them understanding. You see? So if I'm giving you the understanding, you gotta know what to do from now, man. You see, like, bro, I gave you what it is to pass by punishment. Now understand it, right? Unless I'm gonna punish you. That's it. So the Lord, listen, the Lord ain't got no problem with you with killing your ass. He just said, I don't find no pleasure in it.
Right.
I really want you to live, but you know, like, come on, bro, you gotta, like, bro, if I want you to live, as Sam always say, I can't want your salvation more for you than you do. Right? I want them to live more than,
Right.
bro, you gotta put forth your effort, man. So we can meet in the middle, bro. But again, man, like the Lord inspire us, man. All right, to get to his objective. All right. It's inspired of the Lord. And all, understanding, wisdom, like, hey, I'm giving y'all this, man. So in the grand scheme of things, again, remember our power, man. Commit thy works to the Lord, and the Lord will establish your heart, man. All right, when you work and move at things, man. You feel me? But I go out with this one. This 1 Peter 4. Unless y'all brothers got something. This is it. 1 Peter 4 and 19. It says, "Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of our power commit the keeping of their souls," all right, "to him in well doing as unto a faithful creator." So you do well when you understand the objective in the grand scheme of things, and you work it unto the faithful creator, man. All right, so there's a working in the way you approach your objective, which is the objective in the kingdom of heaven. I know I've been kept throwing the word objective around loosely, but the objective is the kingdom of heaven to our crown. You got to win every single day, every single battle, all right? Every single minute, every single second, you got to win it to get your crown, bro. All right? And that's just, in that order, man. So, again, if y'all want to get in the closing thing, y'all want to say?
Let no man take that crown. That man including ourselves, too.
Yeah, definitely. Because, like you said, the Lord ain't testing you, then put somebody in your place and be like, "Oh, I'm going to take the crash down there," and test him to show you, "I'm about to test you." No, you get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there ain't no, I'm going to put a substitution in to show you, all right, this is the way I'm going to test you. The Lord ain't doing all that, bro. All right? It's you. You got to get in there and control the narrative. We got wisdom, righteous wisdom. So we always control the narrative of whatever it is we approach. We control it. All right? So it's up to you to command it and handle business with it, man. In that order. But this is good. All right, hey, our Rakazada prayer was made. I know, brothers, Lord willing, it was able to, reach a brother out there who may be dealing with situations, all right, certain situations. Hey, there's an approach to it. We have an answer to everything. So we shouldn't be stuck between questions, man, when you have answers, you see? So Abba Rakazada was edifying, man. Until the next time, we want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. The honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the argument that pushing the truth and sincerity. Till the next time, we'll say shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom, Marky. Aqua.